Does a bit of alcohol before sex help us to relax and to enjoy the action for longer? Well, the answer is yes, but the amount of alcohol is a major factor here, along with one or two other considerations. So we're going to take a very quick look at the pros and cons of drinking before sex. And please note that I am talking about moderate social levels of drinking here. Heavy alcohol use is all negative. Heavy alcohol use will wreak havoc with your sexual function. Let's start with the positives here. Alcohol can increase sexual desire. A drink, maybe 2 drinks if you're a bigger guy, 190 pounds or more, can get you in the mood and increase your level of desire. One reason for this is alcohol lowers our inhibitions. It's a confidence booster. It helps us to feel more warm and fuzzy about ourselves, less worried about what we think might have gone wrong in the past, or less worried about the future. We're kind of more in the moment. And this can help us feel a bit more adventurous and to try different things during sex. We may be less reserved or we're less self-conscious. That is one big potential positive, especially if you struggle with premature ejaculation. Alcohol interferes with your ability to feel sexual stimulation. It messes with the signals between the penis and the brain effectively and has a kind of numbing effect. So if you experience high levels of excitement during sex, or you feel very sensitive, you receive intense stimulation and it gets you off a little bit too soon, this can be quite helpful. The effect is fairly minimal. It's not major, but it can help make a difference. Then we have the positive expectation or the placebo effect. If guys associate alcohol with feeling confident and positive sexual experiences, then when they're out and about, socializing, partying, having a drink, they feel more aroused and more confident in themselves. They don't even necessarily need to drink alcohol. Just being in that mood, being in that environment where alcohol is around before sex can help them feel more laid back, social and confident in themselves. Now, looking at the downsides to drinking before sex, alcohol can make it difficult to keep or maintain an erection. It affects the circulation, the blood flow to the penis, just when you need it most. Sexual function can become more erratic. So yes, we know that alcohol affects the neurotransmission of signals between the penis and the brain, but sometimes this doesn't quite have the desired effect. Guys can find that alcohol actually speeds up the onset of orgasm and ejaculation. And in fact, in one study of guys who had a more long-term dependency on alcohol, the most commonly reported sexual problem from these guys was premature ejaculation. Erection difficulties and erectile dysfunction, yes, but to a lesser degree. After a few drinks, women can find it quite difficult to reach orgasm too, or their experience of orgasm is much less intense. So if both partners have had a skinful, this can actually negate any potential benefits to the guy's relaxation levels. There is a downside to the expectation side of things as well. So I mentioned that if guys have a positive association between alcohol and sex, this can make them feel more confident. But if guys only associate good sex with having a drink, then this can make it difficult for them to have spontaneous sex when there isn't any alcohol around or involved. And a guy might feel that he needs a drink in order to perform. And when he hasn't had a drink, this can lead to either anxious, awkward sex, overthinking, or he only has sex with his partner when he's drunk, which can get old quite quickly in a relationship. So the bottom line here, in my opinion, you'll have noticed a bit of a theme here. Me talking about a drink, one drink, as opposed to a few drinks. Just one drink an hour or two before sex might have some potential benefits for lasting longer in bed. What should that drink be? There is some evidence that red wine is the way to go. Due to its antioxidant and flavonoid properties, Red wine might offer a slight boost to testosterone levels in moderation. Notice that heavy drinking over time always has a negative effect on testosterone and brings those levels down. For similar reasons, if you're a beer drinker, a darker beer might offer some benefits in terms of blood circulation and heart health. And ideally, the drink that you have would be with food, with a meal just before sex. So any more than a drink, and you're probably better off having no alcohol at all. And even Shakespeare, he knew about the impact of alcohol on sex. In Macbeth, he quoted, "It provokes the desire, but it takes away the performance." And this is the key. When we're learning to build on our sexual confidence and learn ways to enjoy sex for longer, quite often it's a case of letting go of the crutches. So the sprays and the creams and the pills and the herbal remedies and even the alcohol, maybe it feels like it's had a slight benefit, but it's just not necessary. And we can learn ways completely naturally to move and relax and be completely ourselves sexually. And that's the long-term way to go. That's the way to build lasting confidence in ourselves and to be able to enjoy spontaneous, open sex with our partners. If you have any questions about premature ejaculation or sexual confidence in general, please feel free to get in touch, and my website is linked in the description below this video. Also remember that I am a therapist sharing my opinions and general advice, but this is no substitute for going to see your own GP or doctor. So if you have any concerns about health or your sexual health, you should go and get a medical checkup and take some advice. Thank you very much for watching.